What's up, guys? Welcome to your daily update. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Stick around for the whole video. We're going to take a look at that RSI chart from yesterday and see how that's panning out. Definitely stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's totally free. Awesome community. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. And don't forget, tomorrow we're doing our Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comments below. That will get you entered to win. Also, I'll let you know how to get a $500 free Primexpt BT account, tradable account. Stick around. But all right, let's take a look at what's going on. We've been watching this falling. Let me get the RSI off there. We'll take a look at the RSI in a different chart. So if we look at this falling channel, we had a measured move of the breakout of this channel. Got us up to around almost 50,000. So there's a chance we could still hit that 50,000, but let's take a look at what's going on. I talked about this yesterday. I had a target of 49,550. We got up to right around 49.7. We went a little above it, but the zone is right here in this channel. If we do start, I would have to see an open and close of a candle, of a 4-hour candle above this to get bullish to our next level. And actually the next level is around 51, and I'll show you that in a different chart. But if we look at this one, we also have a measured move of this being a possible bull flag. That gets us to around the 50, actually up a little higher, around the 55.8, somewhere in that range. If we start opening and closing a candle above this 50 or 49,550 area. If not, if we do get rejected here, we could be coming down to these levels. First place I would expect to bounce is the 0.236 fib at 44.8, and then we have the 0.382 at 41.8, and we have the 0.5 at 39.4, and then of course we have the golden pocket zone around 39.3, and this lines up with this falling channel trend line that we've been watching. We'll take a look at some volume and some other things too. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Now, looking at it in the 4-hour, we talked about this. If we got it closed below this channel, which we did not yesterday, it would have been bearish. Let's see if we come back down to retest this area again. But let's take a look at the 4-hour and see what's going on. So on the 4-hour, I also have this channel in here. It's not verified yet. There's only one touch up top. But if we did come up, I would watch this 51.3 area. If we're able to break, like I said, open and close a 4-hour above the 49.55 area, then I'd be looking for the 51.3. If we break that 51.3, then we could be looking at that $55,000 target, and the measured move of this as a channel would get us up to about the 68,000. Of course, if we do not break up out of that, which I think there's a good probability we won't, I would see us coming down to this 45.4 area to retest the bottom of this channel. And if that breaks, then we have a target of 40,600. And then that 36.3 that we just talked about in the other chart would also be coming down to retest the bottom of this channel. If we do get a bump up there, we could come up and retest the top again around that 56, 57,000. But if we do break this bottom trend line, guys, that's going to be bearish and most likely headed down to this area. And that could be the measured move of that would be around 18.8. Not saying that's going to happen. First, we would have to break this bottom trend line, depending on where and when we hit it. But that 36.3 is really sticking out to me. We'll see what happens. Of course, if we do break this 51.3, then it could get really bullish really fast. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Primexpt BT, my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. I explained that a couple days ago in a video. If you want to check it out, you can set up multiple charts. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, natural gas, all on one exchange. Super easy to use. I'll leave a tutorial on how to use their margin up top. Also, you can use my promo code SAVY50. It'll get you 50% on top of your deposit as a bonus to use towards your margin. So if you deposit a Bitcoin, they'll give you a half a Bitcoin. You can't pull it off the exchange, but you can use it towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. I also have links below if you want to check it out to the exchange. So let's look at the RSI. We've been talking about the daily RSI showing bearish divergence, lower lows in the RSI, higher highs, or I'm sorry, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. That is bearish divergence. This can be erased if we do get that jump up, push above the $51,000 area. We could erase this and continue up, but that would put our RSI pretty high up here. If we look at the 2-day chart, put that on here, and the same thing, we have lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, bearish divergence. Again, we would need a big pump, and the markets don't open tomorrow, so we have another weekend day, I guess you could say, to get a pump. We could get a massive pump, so be aware of that if we haven't hit our top yet. Now let's look at the 3-day, and we're showing the same thing. Lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, bearish divergence. Again, it will take a pretty massive pump to erase that bearish divergence. Looking at the weekly, same thing. Higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Monthly, same thing. Lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. Now again, to erase this, we would have to get one hell of a pump. So I think it's a little less likely, but who knows? We'll keep an eye on it. Looking at the DXY, again, this doesn't open until tomorrow night. We are getting a bounce off the top of this wedge. You can check yesterday's or any previous video. I go into more detail on the DXY. Also, for that $500 account for Primexpt, just leave a comment, 500 down below. That will get you entered to win it. I'll be doing that tomorrow along with the ledger giveaway. But as you can see on the 3-day chart, we have bounced off the wedge here, and it's looking bullish for the dollar. Again, I don't get bearish on the dollar unless it goes down below 89.2. Now remember, everybody talks about buy the fear, sell the greed. They always talk about the dollar's dying. Well, there's a lot of fear in the dollar. I believe that is the time to get in the dollar. So anyways, looking at the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart, as you can see, I have this trend line on the bottom. Every time the dollar bottoms out is near Bitcoin's top. The dollar bottomed out over here near Bitcoin's top. These blue lines here is when that 3-day RSI broke out of its wedge. As you can see over here, we had another let's see, about another 2 weeks of rise after that 3-day cross before Bitcoin continued down, and we're right around 2 weeks since we crossed that in the RSI on the dollar. So it is looking like we are very near the top, if not there already. So be cautious. And taking a look at this chart here, as you can see, this is our 2017 bull run once we broke out of this rising channel. 2019 bull run after we broke out of the rising channel, and where we're at now, bull run after we broke out of this rising channel. Now we got up 213% from the breakout of the channel here in 2017. 2019 we got 115%, and as of right now we are, let me put this up here, at the breakout. Whoops, to put this up top, bring this down to the breakout, and that got us 244%. So we had a more bullish push off of the channel here. If we are topped out here, let's take a look at what an 80 to 90% correction would be, which is what we usually see in Bitcoin after a top. Again, if we've topped here, around 8,400. One of the other things I like to point out is, let's zoom in here on 2017. As you can see, on the second touch of the top of this rising channel before we had the breakout, I put a trend line across there, and as you can see, we capitulated past it. And if we look at this as a triangle, take a measured move of the break of the triangle, that gets us down to right where we bottomed out here, and we broke that trend line of the second touch of the rising channel. Now let's go over here, second touch of the rising channel trend line, the triangle, which usually form at the top of a bull market before the bear market begins, and a break of that triangle got us down to our low over here. Again, this feels a lot like 2017. Everybody's super bullish. You got celebrities and everybody else talking about it that I'm sure they bought way lower. So be cautious. Let's take a measured move of this. If this is a triangle forming here, we will bring it down. And I'm just using this wick, and this is just hypothetical right now, like I said, unless we break up past that 49.55 and start closing, opening and closing 4-hour candles above it. But that would get us down to around 7,800 would be, but again, this bottom could move, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on this. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I will be keeping you updated on what's going on here. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. And another thing we can look at is by looking at that trend line that I just showed you on these. Let's take if we go from where it broke that trend line down to where it bottomed out each time here, this one was 37%. Let's go over to 2019 and take a look at this. That would be 34%. So let's say 35%. So if we go up to the one we're at now, if we break down past this sometime next year, 33% would get us 8,400. So it is definitely possible, as much as people don't want to admit it or believe it because everybody is super bullish, obviously. We could possibly still see below $10,000 next year. It's definitely a possibility. It's not going to happen in a day, guys. There's going to be plenty of bounces where people are going to get bullish again and get dumped into, if I'm correct here. Let's take a look at the funding rate. Our funding rate is super high again. We're pumping up, getting lower volume. That's usually not a good sign. When our volume's declining like this. Now, again, if we do get a huge green volume spike, then that we could erase some of that bearish divergence. But as of right now, it's looking like it's favoring the bears. Our funding rate is super high right now. Volume's low. We're making new highs, but it's not showing up on the RSIs. Litecoin. Taking a look at Litecoin. So this is just a daily chart. Look at this as an Adam and Eve. And the measured move here is around 270. That's what I'm looking for Litecoin as of right now. And let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we've been talking about this. If we're able to break out of this channel here, we could be looking at a $2,400 Ethereum, but it would have to break. It'd have to break today. If it broke today, it'd be around the $1,935 range. If it breaks that, we could be looking for 2,400. If we can't break up, when we start breaking below these EMAs here, and I'm going to leave you a tutorial on some EMA, how to use EMAs, some breakout charts, stuff like that. I'll leave that up top if you want to check them out. But if we do come back down, we could be coming back down to retest this old all-time high, which is around the 1420, 1430 range. And if that was to break, that would get us down to about a $945 Ethereum. Now, looking at the RSI, we did get a bounce off of this falling channel. So it is looking possible that we do come up and break that and get another all-time high. So be aware of that. If you guys are interested, this is my wife's webpage, inkerimage.com. Definitely check it out. A lot of cool gift ideas. She makes all this stuff herself. She puts pictures on aluminum signs, all this different stuff here, glass, ornaments, wall decorations, and there is a crypto section. Definitely check it out. It's quality stuff, not garbage. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click Crypto Savvy above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell so you get notified when I post videos. smash that like button, and leave your comments below. That will get you entered to win. Keep a close eye on that 49,550. If we start opening and closing 4-hour candles above that, and that means in the same candle has to open and close. So then we would be looking a little more bullish to that 51.3. If that breaks, we could be going as high as 55, and then obviously I showed you the rest. So be cautious, don't over leverage, use risk management, don't put in more than you're willing to lose. Be careful, trade safe, have a blast, and I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for all the support. I really do appreciate you guys. Thanks. Before we get into the giveaway,